I poke a lot of criticism at the Farang who live in Pattaya and don't know the real Thailand. But you know what? I'm beginning to think they've got the better deal, because they're living in Cloud Cuckoo land. Yes, I genuinely don't care anymore. I don't. I wonder what's keeping her. She must have gone to the Est factory. But here she is. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Alpha Omega Casely. You know, I've spoken a lot about the way things are changing in Thailand over the last few videos, and I've decided to make a few changes myself. And I'm telling you, I am changing. I'm not going to worry anymore. I don't care if they change the goalposts. If they do, they do. If it affects the way, if it affects my life, it affects my life. But I'm going to be as positive as I possibly can, and I mean that. I'm going to have my breakfast. I'm in Big C in Rashida. And by the way, in Big C in Rashida, you don't pay cash. You use these tokens, or as the Thais call them, coupons. So we're going to get ourselves something to eat, and I'll come back to you in a second. What do you got? Any bad sapana crap? Noodles, spicy pork. Okay. Chai crab. Bad sapana crap. Yeah. Any crap, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Spicy.
Thank you, Lord.
Cheers. Okay, Pamsu Namgan, okay? Where is it? Noodles, spicy soup, pork. Noodles, spicy soup, pork. That's the way they translate it. I have to go and get myself a beverage while he's cooking that. Cola Yaina crab. Gao Yai. Chai crab, thank you. Come on. Have to get me beverage. But I'm going to get another beverage a bit later on. You know what that is? It's gin. And if you think I'm an alcoholic, and I said this earlier on the previous video, I'm not. This is Friday, and I'm treating myself. I only drink on Thursdays. That's a Freudian slip. I only drink on Fridays and Saturdays. So I'm going to be buying me Bailey's gin this week. So I'm going to be buying me Gilby's gin this week. I wonder what's keeping her. She must have gone to the Est factory. But here she is. Thank you. Come on. Thank you. So there we are, our cola. Yes, I genuinely don't care anymore. I don't. I tell you what I care about. I obviously care about my family. And I care about this channel. And that's it. That's obviously I care about my health, and that, you know, there's other stuff, yeah. But, you know, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not worrying anymore. I don't really. Why should I waste my time in Thailand worrying about what's going to happen? Why the fuck? What's the point in being here if I'm going to be worrying all the time? This is an olive. It's not an olive. What the fuck? My vocabulary has been. I don't know where my vocabulary has gone. It's a lime. A lime. My wife calls these lemons. It's a lime. And it's pork noodles. Pork noodle soup. It's absolutely delicious. 85 baht. But you see, this isn't a food review, as I keep saying. Where did I put my tissues? Here we are. Do you know the Thai word for this is off the subject. Thai word for tissue is tissue. It make you wonder what they used before the Westerners came to Southeast Asia or to here. If they don't have the word in their language, they don't have the concept. So if they don't have the concept, they don't have the item. Oh, God. What the hell? What the hell? S-Cola. So yeah, I'm changing my ways. As I said in my last video, or it was the last video, that a lot of people think I'm an alcoholic. I'm not an alcoholic. Today is Friday. One of the reasons I'm having my breakfast here is because this is Big C and there's an off license here where I can buy gin. And the reason I'm not buying Gordon's gin, which is a favourite of mine, I don't really want to spend all that much money on alcohol. So Gordon's gin is about 900 baht, give or take, for 750 millilitres. Gilby's for the same is about 399, 400 baht, half the price. And I have a quarter of a bottle of Gordon's at home, so by the time I finish that, I won't be able to taste the difference. Anyway, we're getting stuck into this, and again, it's not our food review, but if you're thinking of Thai food, which I think is grossly overrated. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I don't see what all the jumping up and down's all about. This stuff is very nice, but if they were selling burritos here, I would have ordered a burrito instead of this. Put it that way. It's very nice and very spicy. God damn. And they give you a big, god damn, they give you big hunks of pork in this. Look at that, big hunks of pork. As I said, it's not a food review, it's an admission. This is an admission by me that I woke up this morning, and I'll tell you this, I'll tell you the truth. I watch Integrity. I don't watch. Every time I turn on my smart TV and I navigate towards YouTube, I get a notification, Integrity the Eagle. And every single time I click on it, it's more bad news. Now, he's fantastic. He delivers it to us as it is. No bones about it. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have half the information that I need. Well, do I need to know? I don't necessarily need to know, but do I have to know? I kind of do have to know. And thanks to him. Thank you, Integrity Legal, for all your hard work and your services to the expat community. But every time I turn on my smart TV, here we go again. Here's more of it. Here's more. Today, for example, there was more of it. Yesterday there was more of it. It just keeps happening and I've decided to not to switch off, but just to say I'm not going to worry anymore. Wow, this stuff is well worth it. 85 baht. So I'd like to know if you've been affected by any of the changes in Thailand. I got a very good reaction to my video on they're moving the goalposts in Thailand. And you're living in constant fear. The video was called Living in Constant Fear in Thailand. They're changing the goalposts, so they're moving the goalposts. And I'm living with that. I'm making this. This is the reason I'm making this video. I'm living with that all day, every day, all day, every day. And I've just said to myself today, I really am not gonna let myself worry about it. If I end my days living here, I end my days living here. If I end my days living in Costa Bloody Rica, I end my days living in Costa Rica. But there's one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to end my days living in Ireland. And that's nothing against Ireland. I'll say, yeah, Ireland, because Ireland's where I came from. I know what it's like. I know it's a pain in the hole. I know it's expensive. I know the weather's shit. I know the immigration crisis is wreaking havoc. And I know that an Irish writer happened to make a tweet in the USA and flew to the United Kingdom. Now, he's not even a British citizen. He's an Irish citizen, and there's a difference. Irish citizens are not British citizens, and British citizens are not Irish citizens. He flew from the States to, I think, Heathrow. I'm not sure, it could have been a different airport, but anyway, London airport. And 4 armed police officers greeted him and arrested him for a tweet. His name is Lynham. I don't want to have to be worried about that. If I moved back to Ireland, there was, a school teacher in Ireland, was sent to prison for using a pronoun. Well, he used the pronoun, lost his job, was told by the court not to go back to the school. He went back to the school and he was contempt of court. He was sent to prison. I don't want to have to worry about that shit. So, I'm not worrying. It's Friday. This is absolutely top notch. It is. For 85 baht, lads, this is Big C Rasha. And this is called Food Avenue. When you come up the escalator, you'll see Food Avenue. You can't miss it. And this is top notch. So how is it affecting you? Are you worried? I want to know. Are you like me? Have you just given up worrying? I'm 61 years old in November. I've reached a stage in my life where I want to enjoy my life without worrying about stupid things like fucking visas. I poke a lot of criticism at the Farang who live in Pattaya and don't know the real Thailand. But you know what? I'm beginning to think they've got the better deal, because they're living in cloud cuckoo land and they're probably not concerning themselves with the realities of what's changing here. Shit. But maybe I'm wrong to say that. I'm generalising. This is quite nice, but it's very messy. You see, you'd be worried about this, that, and the other. But if you're like me and you're in your 60s, in say 30 years from now, it's most likely you won't be here. And if you're in your 60s, you know what 30 years is like. If I go back 30 years, it doesn't seem that all that long ago. So we haven't got long left. And when you go, and that's it. Lights out, end of story. Nobody knows anything about it, and you won't know anything about it. You won't know anything about it. You're gone. So, we're worried about fucking visas. Imagine that. I know we always say the same. We're designed to worry. It's just gone 11 o'clock, which means you can buy alcohol. As you know, if you don't know, I'll tell you, you can buy alcohol in Thailand between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. and midnight. That's in the off-licensed premises, like here. So I'm going to get me gilbies. But speaking about alcohol, actually, I had the pleasure of drinking ABC Extra Stout in Myanmar a couple of years ago, and I can tell you, for me it was a taste sensation. It ranks. It's similar to, well, it's an extra stout. It's a stout, so it's similar to Guinness, but it's dissimilar to Guinness in a very, very pleasant way. I'm going to go to the off license. I'm sure they haven't got it because I would have seen it. But I'm looking for somewhere I can buy ABC Extra Stout in Thailand. I know it's available. I haven't been able to find it, but I tell you, if you want to give it a try, ABC Extra Stout, I swear to God, take it from an Irishman. Anyway, I'm going to finish this and I'll crack on. So if you're wondering what the whole lot costs, 110 baht, just $3, and that's well worth it. The Gilbey's is about $3.99 for 750 millilitres. Is that worth it? Yes, it is. Once a week, and that's how I've changed. I've actually changed. I was drinking that stuff every other day. I discovered gin late in life, you see. I discovered it about 3 months ago. Well, I knew it was, of course I knew about gin, but I hadn't been drinking it. And when I started, I fell in love with it. and I just kept doing it, and then I had to curtail it, and now I haven't curtailed it, I've just changed the way I do things. And the next thing I have to do now is get back into exercise. God almighty. Tai Chi. If you've been watching YouTube in Thailand at all, every second ad is for Tai Chi, especially for men over 50. I might have to give that a go. That would be a positive change. Anyway, let's get this Gilby's. Well, I'm now in the off license in Big C, and as you can see here in Big C, they've got an array of gin. They don't have ABC beer. I've checked it already. We've got Bombay Sapphire for 1,199. I told you it wasn't a food review. It's an alcohol informative video, or a gin informative video. So Bombay Sapphire 1,199. That's for 750 ml, and the special edition is 1,298. And Bombay Bramble 1,200. I'd love to know what that is. Wow. And then we got Drumshanbo. If you don't know about Drumshanbo is a village in County Leitrim, Ireland. There it is there. Drumshanbo gunpowder gin, and that's 2,190 baht. That's 2,000 baht I won't be spending. We got Tanqueray for 1,189. Gordon's 869. Oh my god. Decisions. And Gilby's 394. And the litre is 499. I really don't know. You know, when I'm here, I lose my self-control. And I see Hendrix there for 2,099. I'd love to try that. But look, shag it. I'm saving money for a reason. I need to buy a MacBook Pro M4 16 gig to do my editing on my videos. One of my two iMacs is on its last legs. If you want to help support the channel, lads, there's a link in the description. People have asked me this is why I'm saying this, to include the link for Buy Me a Coffee. It's in the description, and you can also support me on Patreon. That's in the description. But I'm not asking you to buy my gin from me. I'm just saying if you want to help support the channel, you can. And if you want to buy a gin from me, you can, of course. Anyway, we're going to go for Gilby's, I think. I can't justify the Gordons. No, I can't. I'll go for the Gilby's, and I go for the small one, 394. Okay, it's only 100 in the difference. We go for the big one. Fuck it. 4.99. Let's live dangerously. There we go. Now to get a couple of slices of lemons, but I'm not going to bring the camera into the fruit and veg section. I'm not going to tempt fate, but I'll do that and I'll come back in a sec. You know, the worst thing you can do when you're out and about is take a call from your wife. That's something I'm going to change. I definitely will change that. Because I answered the call, she asked me where I was, and I said I was in Big C. She gave me a list of things to get. I mean, come on. Jesus Christ, why did I open my mouth? Now I don't even know. I'd probably make a mistake. I've got to check. She sent an image, because her English is that bad. She sent an image online. Hang on. Of what it is she's looking for. And it's a specific kind of bread. And I better get the right thing, because you know what will happen if you know what will happen if she asks you to do something or to buy something and you get the wrong thing. You know what that's like. I don't even see it. Non-crap, come meet me, mate. Okay. Oh, I need. Okay, thank you. Okay, they have it. So they have it, so I've got to get it. Holy shit. This is a Japanese place, and this is what she wants. Harry seems to enjoy this. It's kind of a sweet bread. I tell you, this, I swear to God, the amount of times I've ended up in this trap where she calls me and say, "Kun you and I, where are you?" And I go, blah, 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 blah. And I end up doing something I don't want to do. And that's fucking shopping. So do you got? Okay. Cap on. Thank you. 64 baht. They make all the stuff fresh here. You can see them baking it here. Thank you so much. Cap on. Thank you. Okay. By the way, this isn't even the half of it. I had to go to Home Pro for her, which is adjacent to this place, and buy not toiletries, but toilet stuff, like shower mats and things like that. I swear to God, what turned out to be a leisurely morning in Big C, having me breakfast and buying me gin, has turned into this shopping spree. Jesus. Okay. I really am pissed off that I took that call, honest to God. And talk about changing. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just not going to take those calls anymore. Anyway, do you ever wonder or ever regret buying something? I bought this 13 years ago. That's a Toyota Camry Extremo. And look what I'm parked beside. And a Toyota kind of poor man's sports car. Looks fairly neat. Wouldn't mind that. Wouldn't mind a drop of gin right now, but I'm going to hold off because I have to drive to Pontoon. I'm going to head home and we'll reconvene when I get there. I think there's food trucks there. Look, this is about changing. This is about not worrying about change, and I'm not worried about. This video is all about not worrying about changing, and I'm not going to change. I'm going to continue on my way through life, and I'm not going to let stupid things worry me. Anyway, let's get the flock out of here, as Moses said to the Jews. Actually, I don't think he said anything. Well, guys, I'm back in the sanatorium. And you know what? It is a sanatorium. I said it before in other videos. If I wasn't married to her, I wouldn't choose to live in a place like this. There's too many rules and regulations. And that's one thing, by the way, that doesn't change. In all my time living here over the last almost 4 years, the rules have stayed consistent. You can't say that about the country in general, but as I said in my previous video, they're quite entitled to do that. And if I want to feel frustrated by that, I can. But if I don't want to feel frustrated, I won't feel frustrated. I'm not frustrated anymore. I'm relaxed. As I was making my way from the car to here, just to show you what's going on here, food truck day. It's food truck day every bloody day. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but he does pizzas, but he only does small ones. And the food truck, well, one of the food trucks that did pizzas last week that was here only did small ones. Very nice and tasty, but only small ones. But 89 baht, not too bad. I'll be spending more money getting Harry one of them later on. But I have decided, and this is the takeaway from this video, I have decided to stop worrying. I'll say that again. I have decided to stop worrying. If I play ball and if I do me thing and if I don't put myself in harm's way, I won't wake up one morning like I used to. Wake up in the mornings and looking at how much I spent and looking at how much I drank and looking at what and remembering what I did without giving the game away. But I don't do that anymore because I don't want to have to worry. And self-inflicted worry is something that I am absolutely determined to put to one side. And worry that's inflicted on me by third parties, I've decided not to worry about. So there you go. The known worries and the unknown worries. Can we put it like that? I don't know. But I can tell you one thing, lads. If you want to take anything from this video, just remember, we won't be here forever. Don't worry. Just enjoy the day. Enjoy the day. I know it's easy to say, but that's what I try to do. So listen, I'm going to crack on and I'll see you again very soon. Remember, if you haven't done so already, click that like button, the share button, subscribe button. Do all those wonderful things and I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. I'm not buying a pizza now. I'll wait till I get Harry from school. Enjoy your day wherever you are and stop worrying.